Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a highly requested video. Like 5 or 6 requests have just been pouring in for this. No, it's been on my list to make for a long time, and I recently participated in the 5 a.m. challenge, and I have a video, I will link that below. But because I've been getting up so early, I've had more time to do lots of things, including YouTube. So here I am. I looked at the clock, it's about 7:30. I'm dressed, I have some makeup on. I just washed my hair and went to sleep on it last night. But I figured, you know what? It's gonna get really loud here in the next 30 to 45 minutes, so I figured I'd better film now. This is a video, like I said, been requested. People want to know how our school year went last year, and it's only July. I mean, I should have filmed this in May, but here we are. If you are new here, I am a homeschool mom to 2 boys. Last year, our youngest turned 5 in September, so he's old for his grade, and we actually had him in a church preschool last year for pre-K, and it was amazing. Both of our boys have done pre-K. I've talked about this before. Both of our boys have done pre-K in outside of the home settings. We just felt like that was best for them and 0 regrets. And so next year, So my youngest was in a preschool, and then my oldest was in 1st grade. And this was our 2nd year homeschooling him. We started him in kindergarten, like officially homeschooling. And so next year we'll have a kindergartner and a 2nd grader. Oh, please help me, Lord. But people asked how our school year went. So I have some books here to talk about. Oh, I don't want to make this too long. This might be 2 videos. We'll see. So last year we started with 1st grade using the full Abeka video program. And that lasted about 10 weeks maybe. For kindergarten, we actually used, or K-5, we used the full Abeka video program, and it was an absolute blessing. We loved it. It was so good. So we thought, why not get 1st grade? It worked well for kindergarten, let's just keep on going with it. And we realized that the kindergarten program is a half day. The 1st grade program is a full day. So basically my 1st grader was sitting in front of the TV for a full school day. And maybe that works well for some. I know a lot of people who do, like for all of their kids, they do Abeka video all the way through, and that works great for them. I did not like how much time we were spending on 1st grade. Like the arithmetic lesson was 40 minutes. 40 minutes, just the lesson. That's not the work. Sorry, I get a little worked up when I think of how much time we were spending on school every day. 1st grade, especially at home, should not take that long. And another thing, it seemed to, and I read about this and I thought, no, it's no big deal. It seemed to just really run away with him. Like it was very advanced. And I had read that it was advanced, and my Caleb is, I hope he doesn't hate me for saying this one day, but he is average. He is, I would say, kind of across the board average, not like behind or ahead. He's a lot like me. I was like your straight B student. I did just enough to finish. And so after we realized we spent like an insane amount of money and basically wasted it. I still have all the books. We sent back the DVDs last week, but we decided to go with something, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it, so I bought it on eBay. But I got The Heart of Dakota. I first started with the red book, which is Little Hearts for His Glory. I did that for a few weeks and realized he was beyond that, and so I got Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. And we used this from January through when we finished the 1st week in June. We got through, I think, 22 units. It's a unit study. I would highly recommend this. I've done a video about this before. All of this is linked on my homeschool playlist, but this is a great book. It's for ages 6 to 8, I think, And I got this on eBay for about $13 and it's very used and loved, but in great condition. And yeah, I was gonna keep using this over the summer, but I just haven't. We've been playing outside a lot, so that's been our summer school. But I would highly recommend this for your kindergartner, your first grader, your second grader. Definitely. We spent the entire semester on pilgrims. Like that's it as far as the history goes. We did a lot of scripture memory. I did a lot of extra things too because I felt he could do it. We worked on states and capitals. We learned the preamble to the Constitution. We learned all of the presidents. We did a lot of scripture memory, big and small. And because Caleb, I mean, maybe it's his talent, maybe it's the fact that he's young. I don't know, but he's very, very good at memorizing and he loves to be read to. So yeah. So we went through this whole book called Stories of the Pilgrims. This goes with Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. And it is not his reading level, like what he could read. And I mean, it's actually, the language is kind of flowery even for me. But I strongly believe it's important for them to hear that kind of language because it causes their brain to kind of adapt and learn to listen for vocabulary. So we did Stories of the Pilgrims that went with that, and the science book is God's Wonderful Works. I felt this was a little, like he could do more than this. It was just, I think, very, very brief, maybe just because I think science is super important. But it was pretty basic, still very, very good, but just a little basic for him. Also that goes with that is American Pioneers and Patriots, and we did not finish this book. You see, I spilled coffee on it. I got this on eBay as well. I got everything on eBay for, I mean, at least 50% off. And it tells stories of pilgrim families, and it's like historical fiction. It's stuff that happened, but they create more of a story that children would want to follow. And so this was good. I'm saving this in case I use it for Brayden. And we just got into this a little bit, Boys and Girls of Colonial Days. And I love American history so much. And this is kind of similar to American Pioneers and Patriots. It's less of a textbook and more of stories. So as far as math goes, I'm kind of going around here. We started with Right Start Math. No, we didn't start. We started with Abeka Math. And he just burns out on worksheets so fast. And so I decided we are team no worksheet, at least for now, and while he's small. But we started doing Right Start Math, and it's really good. After a while, there's nothing wrong with this. We're probably gonna use this next year. But just to change things up, I picked up Life of Fred. I got the first and the second book. This is Apples, I just happened to pull it. This is Apples, and the next one is Butterflies. And I picked up Apples and Butterflies last year, 2018, at the homeschool convention. And we flew through these books maybe in about 3 weeks for each book. And I should let me know in the comments if you want me to, let me know if you want to see a review on The Life of Fred, at least as far as I've gotten in it. We've done the first 3 books and then we cycled back to this one. And it's basically a storybook about a boy named Fred, and there are math, science, art, history concepts thrown in here. It is technically it is a math curriculum, but it even throws in like some trigonometry and algebra concepts, which I think is so good to be introduced to the concept, just the basis of it before. Because when you get to like, what, 6th, 7th grade, when you do algebra, and all of a sudden you're looking for X, and you're like, what is X? Why is this even here? This kind of introduces you to those concepts. So we started with Right Start Math and finished with Life of Fred. When it comes to the handwriting and language arts, again, we started with Abeka, and then we moved on to something. I just had this idea, and it was a major win for us. With Heart of Dakota, there is a list of spelling words for each unit. There's like kind of there are 2 spelling lists actually for each unit. So if your kid is more beginner, you can use one list. If they're a little bit more advanced, you can use another list. And so I went on the Facebook group where a lot of people have done a lot of the work for me, and I printed off all of the, I think all of the units that we did, the spelling words in flashcards, and I cut them out and laminated them. And so what I did was each week he had 10 spelling words, and each day he would do something a little bit different. Like each day he would copy them, definitely, just write them down. There were some days where he would look at the word and just look at it very carefully. What's in that word? Why are those letters in that order? Then he would turn it over, and with a dry erase marker, because markers are fun, he would write it on the back of the card. And of course we could just erase it. And probably in like March or April, I got these, well, I've had these a long time. These are just blank books from the Target dollar spot, and they're there now. If you can catch them in the Bullseye's Playground, get them. They come in a pack of 10, and I believe there's 15 sheets. I don't remember, but they're just these blank books. And each week I would have him take, like on Monday, I would have him take 3 spelling words and come up with 3 different sentences that they would go into. So 3 sentences on Monday, 3 sentences on Tuesday, 3 sentences on Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, he would create a comic book. So this was a story that he was creating throughout the week. And Caleb loves to draw and color. And so, yeah, so you can see this is one of the sentences. Come on, Mom, let's build the fort. A horn is coming down from space. So each day he would have a sentence and a corresponding picture. And this took care of spelling, language arts, and handwriting all in one. And it was his creation. And to see him flourish like that, just like, I love it. I love it so much. It just makes me so happy. And most of his stories are about aliens and things exploding. And I think we did 3 or 4 of these books. And I just bought another pack of 10 because I want to see if Brayden wants to do it. But Caleb loves doing this kind of thing. So that worked great for us. This is the planner that I used last year. This is a $5 planner from Lakeshore Learning. And it's so simple. Not everybody needs a lesson planner. I do. My brain needs a lesson planner. And so I would put in our plans for every day because, I mean, with Little Hearts for His Glory, when you open it up, this is your plan for the entire day. And there's 5 days in each unit, and you just follow, so it's like open and go. However, I liked to supplement with like read alouds, and I mean, it does call for read alouds in here. We totally like fudged on that. We just picked whatever we want. We didn't go with like a theme or anything. But this should be open and go, but I wanted to do more. So if there was like a YouTube video or something that went along with our history, like there was one thing about candle making, how the Pilgrims made candles, I found that YouTube video and I put that in our lesson plans. So I've rambled on long enough. I cannot wait to tell you what we're doing next year for our homeschool. Be sure to stay tuned for that. But this was kind of our recap from our second full year of homeschooling, our first grader. And so I guess on to kindergarten and second grade. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. And if you've used any of these things, let me know. If you have any encouragement for second grade and kindergarten, or just for homeschooling more than one child at a time. I know I have it really easy. I know people who are homeschooling like 9 or 10 kids at the same time, and that just like, even 3, like even 2, like do I need 2 separate brains? Because I feel like I do. Okay, go ahead and laugh at me. That's fine. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.